Hey everyone, welcome back to Tan's Top 10 channel. So in my last video that I just did, I talked about doing a Friday the 13th Top 10 video, and that's what we're going to be doing today. But before we get into that, I got to show you guys this awesome shirt that I got. So you got Freddy, Man of the Hour Jason, Leatherface, and Michael Myers. Pretty awesome shirt, except it's super big on me. So like I said, this video is going to be me ranking my top 10 favorite Friday the 13th movies. Since there's only 12 of these, I will have one honorable mention and one dishonorable mention. So let's get right into the video. So my only dishonorable mention in this list is Part 7, The New Blood. I hated this movie. This movie is so damn boring. It's basically Jason versus Carrie, which is an awesome setup for a movie. It's the 7th Friday the 13th movie. You gotta do something different. They did do something different, but damn did they not do it well. It's awesome concept, but it's all about execution, and this movie is just boring, and the kills were butchered by the MPAA. So all the kills, like right before you see like what's about to happen, they cut away or they're all off screen. So like barely any blood in this movie, just really boring. And my one honorable mention is the one that people tend to hate the most. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. The only reason why this isn't at the bottom of the list is I didn't think this was as boring as number 7. It's still not a great movie. I did think some of the kills were a little better. Some of the characters were a little better. And I don't know. If you know that Jason's not going to be showing up to Manhattan within the last 30 minutes, it's not terrible. Once again, a lot of the kills are off screen, but I'd rather watch Part 8 than number 7. So coming in at number 10 is Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. This movie is batshit insane, so weird. It does have one of my favorite openings in this entire franchise where Jason just gets like annihilated by the FBI. Basically, a plane flies overhead and airstrikes him before, like right after he's riddled with bullets. It's pretty amazing. The reason why this is at number 10, the story is, there's like no flow to this at all. We just go from scene to scene to scene, and it's just like, what the hell? It does have some awesome kills. Like I said, Jason getting annihilated by the FBI. Awesome. And this little worm thing is disgusting. Ugh. I'm not one to get freaked out or grossed out by movies, but that one sliding into people's mouths and out of their mouths, ugh, wasn't a fan. Coming in at number 9 is Jason X, Jason Goes to Space. This one is a lot of fun. I do like that it's different where Jason is in space. He gets fucked up, and then gets regenerated into Uber Jason or whatever the hell you want to call him. Does have some cool characters like this guy right here, Baranski. I can't remember what his name is. It's something like that. He's badass. Some amazing kills, and you got David Cronenberg in it, so that's a thumbs up right there. But I just tend not to watch this one. It's basically a fan film. So coming in at number 8 is Part 5, A New Beginning. The one without Jason. That doesn't really bother me that much though, because the kills are all pretty good. Some gnarly ones with the guy getting the belt around the face and behind the tree or whatever. That was pretty gnarly. It does have some annoying characters, some random characters as well. Yeah, it's fine, but the fact that it's not Jason, it's Roy. Good luck figuring out who that is. You see him in like one scene before he's revealed to be the killer. I don't know. Doesn't have Jason, so wasn't a fan. Coming in at number 7 is Part 3, 3D. This movie was good in the last half hour. The first hour of this movie is so damn boring. These characters suck. Jason's not really doing a whole lot. Not a whole lot of kills until the final, like I said, 30 minutes. I just thought it was boring, especially since I watched this right after I watched Part 2. And Part 2 you will see much higher in this list. Part 3 was a pretty big letdown. Jason is pretty awesome. This is where he gets his hockey mask, so that's pretty iconic. But the fake out at the end, pretty dumb. And like I said, the characters all suck. Except I do like that biker gang. That was pretty cool. Coming in at number 6 is a little controversial pick. Friday the 13th, the original. Now, most horror franchises, when you're doing a ranking, most of the time the original is at number one because it's usually the best. Friday the 13th is the weird franchise where it'd kind of be hard to find someone who says that number one is the best. It's fine, it's got some decent kills. Majority of them are kind of like POV shots or off screen. It is awesome that you got Kevin Bacon in here. He's pretty awesome. He's got a pretty gruesome death. Um, it's pretty much Halloween, but in the woods, and it is pretty awesome that the killer in the movie is like a 60-plus-year-old lady. So it's pretty unbelievable with that, but it is a pretty cool twist. Reason why this is so low, I just think the series got better as it went on. Don't have Jason in it until like the last scare, which is pretty effective scare actually, and the last like battle between Jason's mom and Alice, is that her name? The final girl, takes forever and it's so weird. They're just like pushing each other around. It all looks so like choreographed and fake. I wasn't a fan of that, but I don't know. It's fine. I'd probably rewatch it maybe once every like 4 or 5 years. Coming in at number 5 is one that a lot of people would have at number 1, and that's part 4, the final chapter. Why? That was not a final chapter. Um, I enjoyed this one, but so many people built it up as being the best in the series, and I thought it was good. I'm not the biggest fan of Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis. I thought he was fine, but Jason's not going to kill a little kid, so there wasn't a whole lot of tension there. There's also a really cool character where it's like the brother of a girl that was killed in a previous movie, and he's out like hunting Jason, and they like build him up to be this badass. And then he just gets killed like right away. And he like while he's dying, Jason's stabbing him. He's like, he's killing me. It's like, no shit. We know, we can see it barely because it's in the dark, but we know what's happening, dude. I don't know. It was fine. This is probably like the most templated Friday the 13th movie. Jason is pretty freaking brutal. He is throwing people all over this damn movie, like through windows, onto cars. Holy shit. He's brutal in this movie. Some awesome kills done by Tom Savini. Great makeup work there. But I don't know. A lot of people built it up to be the best, and I thought it was good. Coming in at number 4 is Freddy versus Jason. This is a badass cover, by the way. You got Jason and my man Freddy right there. I didn't see this movie until about a couple of years ago, and I had a lot of hype for this because I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I hadn't really seen a lot of the Friday the 13th movies, though. This movie's just a lot of fun. It's a blast. You got Jason and Freddy doing a lot of fighting in like the last half of the movie. You got a lot of pretty good kills. The only thing that sucks about this is that Freddy only kills one person in this movie. I wish his body count was a little higher. But since this is a Friday the 13th ranking, Jason gets a lot of kills in this movie. Some pretty brutal ones where he like folds the guy up backwards in his bed. It's pretty gnarly. It's silly, it's fun, it's dumb. Coming in at number 3 is the one that surprised me the most. Friday the 13th Part 2. This one I just had a lot of fun with. I saw Part 1, liked it, didn't love it, and then this one you get the introduction of Jason. I really love Sackhead Jason, where he's got like the pillowcase or whatever. I love that look. I think that's pretty menacing. This also has my favorite final girl of the series. I can't remember what her name is, Ginny or something like that. But she's badass, and she's more like psychological, and she's smart in maneuvering Jason. You got some pretty awesome kills, especially the guy in the wheelchair getting the machete right in the face and then falling down the stairs. That was pretty gnarly. I just like the characters a lot more in this one too. I thought they were all pretty not annoying, at least. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this one. If I were to rewatch like the original like 4 Friday the 13th movies, this is probably the one I'm popping in. I just had a lot of fun with it. Coming in at number 2 is Part 6, Jason Lives. This one is so damn fun. It knows exactly what it is. Hell, Jason does a James Bond intro opening thing. It's silly as hell, but you know what? It fits into the movie. There's a lot of like breaking the fourth wall where characters acknowledge that they're pretty much in a horror movie. You also have Tony Goldwyn in this movie. I saw him and I was like, is that Tony Goldwyn? I had to look it up. I'm like, holy shit. I'm pretty sure this is the first movie he's in. For those of you who don't know who Tony Goldwyn is, he voiced Tarzan in the Disney Tarzan movie. He's also in The Last Samurai. You got a lot of awesome kills here. I do know that they were supposed to be a lot more brutal, but for what you get in the movie, they're actually not bad. Jason's just going all over this damn movie. He's a lot of fun in this. The characters, and you got my favorite interpretation of Tommy Jarvis. He's just fun in this movie. And the sheriff in like most of these movies, you hate the sheriff character or all the cops. They're all idiots and assholes. The sheriff in this one is actually kind of nice. Well, nice. You actually care about him a little bit, and then when he dies, it's kind of sad. Not sad, but you're like, oh man, that's a bummer. So Jason Lives, a lot of fun. If I were to recommend you to watch any of these ones, at least the older ones, this is probably the one to watch, either this or part 2. It's just fun. But coming in at number 1, might be a little controversial, is the 2009 remake. I really enjoy this movie. I think it is one of the most underrated horror movies and slashers in general. A lot of people hate this movie. They're like, oh, it's so dumb. Jason's laying traps. You know, he's digging tunnels. First of all, Jason lays traps all the damn time. Watch any of these movies. He's fucking baiting people all over the place. Second of all, he didn't dig the tunnels. They say in the damn movie that the tunnels were already there. Jason just fucking upgraded them. So, yeah, maybe it's dumb that he takes a prisoner. Whatever. It's part of the movie. But this, you get an awesome, like, 20-minute opening to this movie, which is incredible. You got some brutal kills. The girl getting hung in the sleeping bag over the fires, that's pretty brutal. Get the guy getting the machete right through the face, and then Jason just boots him in the face. I laugh every time that happens. Jason's pretty damn brutal in this movie. He's running around all over the damn place. And all the characters, at least, I don't know, they die in brutal ways. They're annoying as hell. They're supposed to be. You're supposed to want them to die. And it really sucks that we didn't get a sequel to this, because I actually think out of all the remakes that we got from like the early 2000s to like the late 2010s or whatever, I thought this was the best one. And I'd really like a sequel to this. So Friday the 13th 2009 remake is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. So that's my ranking of the entire Friday the 13th franchise. Comment below, let me know your ranking of the franchise. If you haven't seen all the movies, that's fine. Rank the ones that you have seen. Let's get some conversations going down in the comments. I always like my comments. I always look at them, comment, and reply to them. So please comment below. And also like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. And as always, we'll see you guys next time.